I am an open book. Probably too open.
Hello,
That's probably why I got
everybody,
evicted.
and welcome back to exclusive interview with Jimmy from BB27. And of course, it's just the gays here because you know the gays are always going to get right to the actual tea. So, Jimmy, I first want to say thank you so much for coming on to the Royalty Podcast on the Heavy Crown Network. Jimmy, how are you?
Derek, I am so good. Thank you so much for having me. And you know, we're already gonna key and cut up, so I'm really excited.
First of all, shout out to the Cowgirl Girlies, because I think we are definitely represented for the Cowgirl Girlies. Shout out to Jimmy, could not go to Beyonce. I just found out. I feel really bad. Oh, not it coming apart. My Amazon falling apart on me. Oh
Come on, that Bezos curse is coming for you.
Not the Bezos. Sorry that you couldn't go to Beyonce. I will tell you, I feel like it was good because I went to New York, but motherfucking Las Vegas got the best one to me. That's what it feels
That's
like.
what I heard with the whole crew coming out. I saw that. Well, I didn't really see that while in the house. I saw that right after. It was one of the first things I saw, actually, in the hotel room before I officially came back into the world. That was like literally the first thing I saw. And I was like, good to know I haven't missed anything. Because they're like, oh, Ozzy Osbourne died. I'm like, okay. But then they're like, Destiny's Child came out at the end of Beyonce's show in Vegas. I'm like, this is the news that I've been missing
This is the
out
news
on.
I want to hear. I gotta just mute myself. Let me ask you this, Jimmy. Okay. I want to, because, I love just when to get, like, I feel like listen, listen, you and Heisem, we're Destiny's Child. I'm going to make sure we all talk one day and really get into some detail, okay?
Yeah.
But I want to ask you this. You come out the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
Mind you just went through this experience. What's the first thing that goes through your head when you came out the house?
The first thing that definitely went through my head was I knew America probably hated me. I was saying it in the house. I love America, so it seemed like we were in a situationship. And when I left that house, that was one of the things I was more interested in is my perception. I guess I owe Mickey a fruit basket for rehabbing my PR. Because I did on the plane go back and kind of look through the timeline, and I was like, wow, I really was hated until Mickey stabbed me in the back. So I kept that knife right back there, and when she gets evicted very soon, I'll send her a little fruit basket and say,
well, I
thanks,
just don't want
girl.
you to forget about her, how she was making fun of you being gay.
Gay asp. Oh.
Yeah, gay ass.
We'll get into that.
Maybe she does deserve a good fruity ass fruit basket from you, I guess.
You caught the drift, Derek. You caught the drift.
I caught the drift. I definitely did. Here's my thing. Okay, so yes, that happens. Like, were you kind of like, oh my God, thank God? Or were you kind of like, why? Why did they not like me? Like, what happened? Why did you think like they didn't like you?
In terms of America or in terms of Mickey?
Yeah, just in America or whatever, the game, however you feel. Because I think that you were playing. I think people liked you in the game. I think your allies were just, I don't know what the fuck they were. Both of them are two peas in the pots to me. Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse at this point. I don't understand that. So, but go ahead. How did you feel?
Yeah. I don't know. So honestly, I felt pretty good about my game, even though it got a lot of critique from the public. Vince and I, at the end of the day, probably weren't as close as I initially had thought we were, because I did not realize that I was this close to going on the block week one. But from my perception, I had been working to build a relationship with Vince and other people in the game to prevent me from going up on the block. This simultaneously would also help to keep my allies safe. But I knew going into week two, I had to win HOH, or somebody I was very close to had to win HOH. So in that black box challenge, I was really, really gunning for HOH. I found the key, and I knew it was the right one. And this is some tea that I don't think I've spilled, but initially I wasn't going to take the win. I was going to give it to Rachel. I was looking for Rachel in the black box to give her the key, because I knew her and I would have made the same moves, but I wouldn't have to get the blood on my hands. So especially with Powers being in the mix, I was really looking for Rachel to give her that key, but it's not really easy to see people when you're in pitch black. So I ended up taking the win and kind of moving forward that way. And the reason I'm saying all this is because, like, obviously during my HOH, my targets were Kelly and Keanu. They both pulled themselves off. And I have to put up a total of 5 nominees in 1 week, which is tying me for a history-making moment. I would have put up 10. Like, come on. Like, I would have put the whole house up. That's what we're here to do. We're here to play a game. They called me to the DR.
Bitch, you next. Who
For
else?
real. They kept calling me to the DR. They're like, are you so sad that you're sending people home? I'm like, no, I'll put up the whole house. Like, what do you mean? Like, I have an order. Like, I'll do it all. So whatever. But sending Amy home to me was about if I couldn't get my 2 targets home, I wanted to send somebody home that would have put me up and was not a number for me. While she may have been a number for my allies, she was not a number for me. And I feel really good about at least my first 3 votes. Zay had told me he would have put me up. Amy has said she would have put me up. Adrian said he would have put me up. So I feel very vindicated in the moves that I was making early on in that game. And even though to my allies it might have looked like I was playing the middle, the second I'm not there to protect them anymore, they're all on the block. And then Zach goes home, who was a former Alliance member of mine. So all of that to say, I felt really good about the game I was playing, even if it was too hard, too fast. I do feel like I was making good moves. I'm not sure if America fully understood those moves, because America does think I sent home an ally in Amy, which is just not the case. I mean, Amy's confirmed to me.
Amy didn't have enough alliances. The only alliance she had was Rachel. So the only person you were making mad was Rachel. Like, she wasn't like tied to everybody else and all this type of stuff. Like, tell you the truth, I thought Amy was, like you said, if she was there to be the investigator for the masked person, whoever production is, I thought she literally was just there to do that and go home. I mean, think that at
this point, we gave you an extra week in the house. Yeah, you should have gone home day 1. So we gave you an extra 16 days in the house. So you're first off, you're welcome. Number 1, because you got to keep your job. Number 2, you have 3 kids. You went back to them. I love you for that. You want it. Yes. She was ready to go. This is something I don't think that was displayed on camera. She was ready to go when that happened. So it's like, am I not? You told me you don't trust me. You told me you don't want to work together. Am I not supposed to put you on the block when you're saying you don't want to play the game anymore? No, I'm going to send you home. Easy peasy. People like you should have made a big move, sent Vince or Zach home. We were working together at the time. It made no sense for me to put either of them up or send them home. And especially with the Amy question, like, she also was emotionally unstable. This is not something that didn't make it to air, but she tried to get Vince to put me on the block for his renom. Yeah, she went to his room the morning of renoms crying right after she wakes up, and she was like, I had a revelation, like, Jimmy's running this house, like, we need to send him home, he's the reason I'm on the block. I'm just like, girl, what do we do? So she tried to get me on the block, told me she didn't trust me, and told me she was going to gun for me because she wanted to work with only girls. And she goes, don't worry, I'm going to put up all guys and you're going to be one of them. And I'm like, why wouldn't I send somebody home?
I don't know. Wait, let me talk about that. I don't know why the girls think that, like, oh, we're gonna put up all the girls and then I'm gonna keep the gay guy. Baby, these still gonna look at me as a guy. You guys are gonna be like, yes, come on, sisters, you're gonna stay with us. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. I don't know why.
No,
and then on top of that, I think people forget that when you are the only gay man in this type of show, you're gonna work with whoever the house and the power is going. I don't know what to tell you.
You have to. You have to, because you're.
Hey girls,
then we're team girls.
The guys.
Yeah.
I'm going with the guys. I'm with the bros. What's up?
Hell yeah. Ooh, yeah. Time to work out the guys this week. No, exactly. Like, that's what.
Because you were working out that bitch. I saw you. I said,
hell yeah. I need to get close to Zach and legs. Yes. My thighs got a lot of attention, which I really did love.
Yes, because I said if Jimmy didn't have a man, I said,
yeah.
I'm trying to slip a slabber up in there. I said,
yeah, no, but you have to do that. You really do, because to your point, it's like it can be all the girls and Jimmy, or it can be all the guys and Jimmy. But who's going to be the first person they cut when they need to start cutting numbers? I'm the first guy to go, and of the all girls alliance, I'm the first one to go. So it's like I needed to play between both sides to figure out where the power was going to go, and inauspiciously cling toward that power in a way, because you have to, because we're in a different boat than everybody else is in the game and the way we relate to people and things like that. And I don't think that ever comes across. So when we're like circling back to this question of why I thought America hated me, it's because I didn't think they'd be understanding the game I was playing, because they're not seeing everything, right? We're playing the game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they see 3 hours a week. So I knew they weren't seeing everything. I knew my moves probably wouldn't be understood. And this is the thing we're not supposed to talk about, but like it's always a question of how we edit our archetype, or how our archetype gets edited into the show, and what storyline and dynamics like play into that. And obviously you have no idea what's happening, while you're in the house, but like you're asked certain questions in the diary room and you're just like,
we know.
Right. Like yeah.
I think people, and I want to kind of, before you go, and I'm so sorry, the audience is probably screaming at me right now, and they're like, Big D, shut the fuck up and let him fucking talk. But hold on, baby, I'm also trying to help Jimmy a little bit, and we're here to help each other because we're sisters. Yeah. The thing about it is that I think people think like, well, production's telling you what to say and how to do it. And I'm like, production's not telling you how to say it. You can go in there and say, the cat ran across the motherfucking street and I want the cat to get run over. They might say, or tell me what street you're on,
Mm-hmm.
what was the cat wearing, how did it make you feel, and
Right.
maybe we could do it that way. So their
Right.
job is editing because they're making a show. And I keep trying
Right.
to tell them that. And they might want you to kind of throw up a line with a little bit more energy, like,
Right.
that's my cat.
Right.
You know, you're kind of like, bitch,
Yeah.
I don't talk like this, but
Yeah.
because it's also a kid's show and kids are
Yeah.
watching, they want us to be these like theatrical anime type of people. Like Rachel does great at it because she's done it 3 times.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
she probably never needs to be edited. If I'm correct about that, if you felt that way when it came to that.
I mean, yeah, and I think the editing point is great. I mean, I know we're really not supposed to talk about that side of things, but it's also like, I'm a rambler and I speak in paragraphs, and a lot of the times they need a sentence, not a paragraph. So it's more like, so I get you said all this. Do you think that, like, saying you didn't feel much emotion about people leaving the house is a fair thing to say? Absolutely it is, because I don't know if anybody knows this. All the crying or boo-hooing I was doing when people left was all fake, because everybody else in that house was boo-hooing, and I didn't want to look like I was soulless, but I'm sorry, I didn't care. I didn't shed one real tear over somebody going home.
I know you didn't care. Jimmy, I know you didn't care. And that's the
Not
thing.
at all. Not that I didn't care about these people as people, but
It's
like,
something
my
about
chances
us
to win money
kids.
just got better. Why am I going to cry? I'm going to cheer. Let's celebrate.
Let's celebrate. Let me tell you something. I will say this. There's something about us gays that I already knew you didn't care. But
Yeah.
this season, for some reason, is given like this telenovela.
Yeah.
Like, everybody is crying. And at this point, I'm like, who died?
Like that
you
Ashley
guys- it
Mickey
should just be
Morgan
like,
picture. Yeah, like that Ashley Mickey Morgan picture after Zach went home that looks like they're in Les Miserables. I'm like, let's get it together, girls. Like, there was a point where Amy went home, and sorry, Amy, but like, I've talked enough shit, I guess. Like, there was a point where Amy went home, and everybody's looking
I
at
know
the
she's
wall.
gonna clip it. I know she's about to tweet it.
Whatever.
I know. You gotta understand, you're helping these girls with a storyline. Nobody's talking about them. You're helping them with the story. Jimmy, you're still being talked about, babe. You're still being talked about.
I get tagged frequently, and you know what? I love that for them. I was memorable. Even though Mickey's like, yeah, she was, Morgan's not my best friend in the house. It was definitely Jimmy. And I'm like, well, now I'm outside the house. So make that make sense. But no, we're sitting on the memory wall, and Amy went home, and people are sobbing, and all my close allies are sobbing. And I'm just like, kind of smiling a little bit, because I'm like, yay. And then I look around and see everybody crying, and I'm like, it's so hard. It never gets easier, does it? It just doesn't get easier. Are you okay? No. I just feel like I was tricked. I didn't give a shit. Like, go home. Like, I was trying to cover my own ass because people thought I was going to vote one way and then I'd vote another. And I'm like, it's so hard. And I feel tricked. No, I didn't feel tricked. I knew what I was doing. I whipped the votes half the time to send somebody home. Like, Zach and Vince were mad that I said that I got them to keep Will. I did get them to keep Will. So it's like, what do you want me to say? They're like, oh, well, it was somebody else. It wasn't you that made me keep Adrian. I'm like, yeah, the fuck it was. So it's like, anyway. That's neither here nor there.
I think America is, when it comes to the Big Brother fandom, and this is just me giving advice, passing it on to somebody else. I was hated, but I had a feeling that I was going to be hated. But I thought maybe because the house was telling me they loved me because I was so funny, I was okay. And then I realized, oh, they didn't like me. Okay, got it. All right. And I was in full, like, I don't give a fuck mode. Like, I'm the biggest gay who really don't give a fuck. Like, I'm from the inner city of Philadelphia. I really don't care.
Yeah.
So we're built different on the East Coast compared to the West Coast, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because, when it comes to this BB fandom, it just takes time for them to get to know you on the outside, for them to realize, okay, they were in the house, they were underneath a lot of pressure, they were dealing with a lot of things. And to me, I'm like, it's interesting now because now people never call me king. Now everybody calls me king. Oh, we love Big D. Big D's hot takes are everything. He's everything. Yeah. But when they came out the house, it was like, ha! Hate him. So when you do see the things that people are saying about you, just know right now in this moment, it's just because they're probably like somebody else over you, and you can't take it. I know you're not taking it personal, but just know that coat will turn at some point because of the fact that they're able to see you, Jimmy, for who you are. Now, Jimmy, I know you've been a fan of Big Brother. I want to ask you this: what made you want to get on Big Brother? Like, what kind of brought you to that?
That's so funny. No, I've been a fan of the show for a really long time. Obviously, it's America's #1 summer show. I've watched it since I was super young. So I enjoy the show. I've always wanted to be on Big Brother. I never applied until this year, actually. And don't know why I've never applied. I think it was because I was always dealing with something. I started working at a much younger age, so I think I was always dealing with career stuff and just didn't really think to get into applying to Big Brother. But I was working on contracts with the Treasury Department. That was what I was doing professionally, and with the shift in our government, shall we say, my team's contract was terminated in March. And
I'm sorry for that, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it only sucked because like we were doing efficiency work, modernizing legacy systems in the Treasury Department. So it sucks to have essentially like what your career had been up to that point, like not just canceled, but like literally shredded. So like the work you did was effectively destroyed. That sucked. But it was an opportunity, and that literally that day, I'm crashing out, sitting in this exact spot, crashing out.
Oh.
Behind me on my screen, I was just rewatching BB27, and it's still beginning of the season, but I hear Angela just walking down the stairs, clapping, doing her little thing. And I looked over the TV that's right behind me, and I was like, maybe I'll just apply to Big Brother real quick. So I literally take my phone, go to the bathroom, film like a little 3-minute video, come right here, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack to the application, submit it. Very late. I submitted it in March. Most of the cast had been talking to production.
March of this year?
March of this year is when I submitted
So
it.
yeah, I heard a lot of things. I heard a lot of things about cast this year. It seemed like we couldn't find the players they wanted to find this season, and some of them are questionable. But
some of these people have been in the pipeline since like pre-Christmas. Like going into Christmas, they knew they were like involved, shall we say?
I 100% believe it. Yeah. I just think like it's just interesting because I remember hearing like on the block like we couldn't find people, but for you to apply that late is absolutely great, which tells you once again they are looking at any time. And I love that you. It's so funny because I can relate to you. I lost my job in 2021 at the end of like November, and I applied for Big Brother in December and then got a call back in February. So it's just like I keep trying to tell people, and exactly what you said, bitch. It only takes 3 minutes. If you cannot sell yourself in 3 minutes, bitch, you're not meant for TV.
No.
You're not meant for TV. I keep trying to tell people that 3 minutes it should take you to sell yourself.
Yeah, and really you should sell yourself in the first 30 seconds to a minute of that 3 minutes. Like you got to catch their attention, baby. They're like watching a TikTok, and you got to keep their attention, or they're going to keep scrolling.
Look at it. You gotta look at it as a TikTok. What grabs them to your attention? So when they're sitting there like, how did these people get cast? AKA Riley. I'm like, how do these people get cast? I'm like, I don't know. But you have to think about it when they are doing the casting, and now I have watched it and recapped it over the years, Jimmy. I think you kind of see it now. We have to show America. And this leads me to my next question. Yeah. Why do you think there's never more than one gay guy in the Big Brother house?
Yeah. Well, first off, I do think it'd be very interesting. Listen, one of the things I want to start pitching is like let's do a small season of just like all LGBTQ Big Brother. I think it would. But
let's do all the alums, because I feel like I would have played when I know, bitch, I ain't got to worry about your feelings being hurt, because you could just come upstairs and curse me out, and I'm gonna curse you out, and then say I don't know what to tell you, bitch. Bring it to the runway.
Bring it to the runway, and then you know what? 2 days later, we're gonna be hugging each other, working to get Hassam out. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
That's y'all want good TV. This is the way to do it.
Gotta go. I love it. You gotta go.
Yeah, like let's bring him back. Let's bring Tommy. Let's bring Audrey back. Like let's bring like.
Oh my God, Audrey.
Like let's.
You know who I want to play? You know who I want to play with? I want to play with Andy so badly.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why I want to.
I don't. He scared me. He scares me.
No, because Andy. You know, I met Andy in Chicago, and he was such a sweetheart. He was so nice, but he also. I don't feel like he was living for me like how I was living for him. Yeah. So I want to get him in the house so I can play with him and see what happens. I want to see, are we going to get along or are we going to crash?
Hey, but that's what makes good TV. And you know who I want back? You want to know who I want in this house too? Is I want Casey to show back up, because I want to compete against Casey. I am a competitor, and listen,
you did for a second. You want your revenge?
All I'm gonna say is both. All I'm gonna say is both rounds I was hopping, I beat Casey to that button. That's all I'm gonna say. Casey, I'd love to compete against you again, where I don't false start. I want to give you a race, Casey. I know that's what you want. That's what I want. That was not a false start. Was not the way that should have finished. I was watching that back. You know what's crazy? These shady ass house cats. You know what's crazy? I went back. I went back to sit down in my little topiary outfit, which 8 down. I will be wearing that outfit out. I'm sitting there, and they're all pretty much telling me, "Oh, don't worry. Like, keep your chin up. Don't worry. Like, you weren't gonna win anyway. Like, you were losing every round. Blah blah blah." And I'm like, okay. Like, I mean, I felt really good. Like, I do tennis. Like, hopping is like my thing. Like, I feel good about this challenge. So I'm like, okay, maybe I don't feel as bad about it if I wasn't gonna win. I watched that shit back, and it was me and Keanu like this. Both rounds I was hopping. And I was like, I beat every single person except Keanu in that challenge, both rounds. And these house guests told me I was like way behind. They're like, Ava almost beat you. I'm like, Miss Pearl almost beat me.
Pearl.
I was like, oh, there's no way. And I watched it back and I was like,
you basically looked at them and said, back roll.
I was like, no disrespect, but Miss Pearl ain't gonna beat me in a hopping challenge. So I'm like, listen, pressure cooker, shout out to Ava Pearl, because pressure cooker, Ava would eat me up. Nobody can do nothing longer than Ava Pearl. That's all I'm gonna say. But when it comes to a sprint, baby girl, I got that challenge down. So when they told me that was happening, I believed them and I watched it back and was shocked. So I want Casey in this show too, because I want to compete against Casey again. But to your question, I think, and this is what casting does do very well, and shout out to them for this. Yeah. The show usually does look like America. The cast usually does look like America. And I usually...
Now it does.
Yes.
Now it does.
Now.
Since BB23, but...
Yes.
It was very
prior to them
throughout the
years.
You know, like
100%.
I would say a little bit maybe Casey season, a little bit of Josh season maybe.
Yeah.
But 23 moving up, the new era as they're calling it.
Yeah.
Like the reset is definitely showing what America is. And that's why I say when people come on, I'm like, yes, they're showing you like people in like the middle of, I don't know, Iowa.
Yeah. Or like people like
Kelly.
Will.
I was like, where the hell's Kelly from? I'm like, I don't know where the hell she's from.
Well, I don't know if we need to do Kelly, but Will for instance, he's from Charlotte, and Will's one of the best people I met on the show. Like, grandfather, 9 kids, blended family, great story with him and Gwen. Like, normal guy that you just want to see compete on the show. Yes, he naps a lot, but I think that's part of his strategy.
I was going to say, baby, because he complained about that back every 5 minutes, and I was confused why he thought he was coming on the show with a hurt back, and then also complained that he couldn't keep up with you guys, and I was really disappointed because I was excited for Will, but once he started talking about I'm going to be able to keep up with the kids and TikTok, and then he was complaining like, I can't keep up. Now, wait, Jimmy, I have to ask you this. I'm so sorry. I want you to finish your story.
No, please do it.
Do you know what it means to be wet now?
I don't. Amuse me.
No, Jimmy, you learned so much about it in the house. I feel like you should know now what it means when a woman is wet.
First off,
that blew my Instagram story up. People who have never watched Big Brother were like, what? And then here comes Will. I'm going to leave the conversation because I'm just so too much. And I'm like, okay. He asked the question. He really does not know, obviously. I'm like,
I was just asking.
With women, right? Have you ever been with a woman?
No. I've been around it, but like never... You know, I've seen the playground, but I've never slid down the slide. You know what I mean? Like... So I know there's a jungle gym, and I know there's like a side thing, and I know there's a slide, but like... I don't know. So I was just asking. You know what? I got too comfortable in that house. I forgot we were playing a game. Will kept saying I was at summer camp. Whatever. I was dressing the house, too. I don't know if you noticed that. The first 3 evictions, we were all coordinated because I was dressing the house. So week 1 was floral, week 2 was pink, week 3 was denim. Week 4, I didn't dress everybody because they were going to send me home, so...
Thank you. Jimmy, I was trying to figure out, I said on the podcast a couple weeks ago, I go, why are they all matching? Did I miss something? Like, whose idea was this? But now it makes sense. Because Ashley definitely missed the memo on the damn, what's it called? On the damn wall comp. I'll tell you that. She definitely missed the memo, which I won't talk about it because I know it'll air tonight, so I won't talk about it, but it was very interesting to see. Now, I'm glad you now know what it means to be wet. Hopefully
I do.
You're wet sometimes, or
you know, I'm a little sweaty right now. It's pretty hot outside up here in DC.
Okay, so Jimmy, so you grew up, let me ask you grew up in DC your whole life, or?
No, so I'm from Florida. I live and work in DC. That's actually a clarification that's been brought up by, so I live near a park, I'm not going to say which one, but like I was walking with my dog and I had a fan like approach me, oh my god, are you like Jimmy from Big Brother? Yeah. And he's like, just so you know, you're not from DC. You're from Florida. You live here.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh.
You were repping it.
I was like, well, nice. He was very nice. I don't want to, no shade, but he did just clock me a little bit. And he was one of us, but he did clock me a little bit. And he goes, you're not from here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not. So I'm not from DC. He just said, I'm a big fan, just so you know, you're not from here. And you know what? He's right. I'm not from here. I'm from Florida. I'm 4th generation Floridian, born and bred. So that's really fun, at least on my dad's side. So that's really awesome. I love Florida. I love the people there. They're just not, not 100% for me all the time. Like I love Florida. I love visiting, living there full time. Not really for me. And I really connect with the people on the East Coast, specifically like up in, you know, like Raleigh and DC and Philadelphia and New York. And so like you're usually seeing me up here in the Northeast corridor, but DC is where I am for work. I went to college at Virginia Tech, so about half my graduating class works in DC or around the DC area. So the DMV, as we call it, some non-locals know, but the DMV is just where I put my roots down. Effectively, I've lived here the last 3-4 years. A majority of my friends are here. So when people ask me where I'm from, like I say DC, like we film my background package in DC. So I'm like, where are you coming to the show from? DC.
Let me tell you something. You did a great representation representing your city, DC, because you live there. You're at home there. You're paying rent, so you live there.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, you probably figured this out. Your number one haters are going to be the gays.
Oh, actually, number one haters and number one lovers, by the way. So it's a two-headed coin. At least for me, I don't know if that was your experience, but like.
I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting these bundle of sticks, if you know what I mean. Okay, there's some of them out there. Yeah,
that's for us right there.
Like, where I go. Oh, girl, what are you upset for? Like, I didn't take your spot. Go audition. Like, there's not another Big D. There's not another Jimmy. There's not another Heisem. There's not none of the rest of them. Like, you are you. Go be you. Don't get upset with me because they call me to ask me to come do the show, but they really sometimes will be your number one haters because they want to be in your spot. And I always say embrace each other because we're already dealing with so much shit on the outside.
Especially right now. Like, we don't need to be fracturing our own community when we're dealing with attacks externally. Like, let's deal with those internal threats later. When we're dealing with who's a part of the team and who's not, like, we don't need to get into that right now. We have threats that are external that we need to band together and work towards making sure we combat and protect each other, and that's what's more important right now, I think, than ever before, really.
Especially you, because you got a fucking damn an army in your motherfucking backyard.
Yeah, it was crazy when I was leaving a viewing party last week, and there is like a tank. It's not a tank, but it's like those heavy Humvee. I don't know, those big heavy military trucks that are like tan, sitting right outside the club. I'm like, what a bunch of gays gonna do? We're gonna pick up a brick and start again. I looked around and said, y'all
gonna treat it like Fifth Harmony at this point.
Yeah, I was at Stonewall this weekend. I said maybe we'll pick up another brick in round 2, motherfuckers. Like,
come on, pick up a brick round 2.
I was looking around. A lot of loose bricks in DC. I said, "Where's the Dominute one? Let's go, girls." Yeah.
Well, you know, people died at Stonewall.
Nobody died.
No one died.
No one died. No one died at Stonewall. See, these are the references I'd use in the house, and nobody would get it.
This is why they need. Like, I need another season of Big Brother, either an all-star gay type of season or something where like it would be iconic because it definitely needs to happen.
If not that season I pitched where it was like all of us, at least 2 or 3, like at least 2 or 3. Like, I get that's not the full composition of America, but it would be interesting in a season to see what that looks like, even if it's just for like a proof of concept. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but like I think you'd get really interesting things.
Because it's always the same. Like, I know people would say for me, like, I had Claire and Sarah Beth, but Claire and Sarah Beth were both bisexual, so I get it, and I say they are part of our family. But it's like 100%. I want like give me like a Casey and you and me and then throw in a bisexual or a pansexual or something like whatever. But I think it would be interesting. I'm hoping whenever they do All Stars again that they do pick more than one gay person that would make it good. Either give me 2 lesbians or give me 2 gays. I'm only asking for 2. I want to ask you this. Now that
you're asking for 2, I'm asking for 3. So if y'all are listening and casting, I'm asking for 3 on All Stars. So
we already told them. Me, you, and Heisem. That's it. Yeah, we already got it. It's done right there.
That would be dangerous.
Oh, baby, they will get the best show of their life because we'll probably crack. I'd be like, Jimmy, I know Jimmy's scheming against me. I know that little. You see those thighs? I know he's scheming against me. You got that little smirk. But let me ask you this: now that you have sat back and watched a lot of stuff, how do you feel? I'm gonna get a little messy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Mickey? Because there's a lot of things Mickey has said, a lot of things that Mickey has done. And I'm not trying to drag her underneath the bus. I just want to ask you, because you know her in the house, and then to come home and to see your ally put you up, which I felt so bad. And also, let me tell you something. I'm trying to be nice and not call them names, but those witches, the fact that they act like they had to do so much in the bathroom to do their makeup, their trashy ass look on their makeup, and tried to act like, I have to go, hurry up, we just want to tell you that we're putting you on the block.
Yeah, the way they wouldn't even look at me was crazy. But
It's crazy, so disrespectful. But I want to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna shut up.
Not me having to do a little game moment where I'm literally like, and then I had to like do my chapstick. I'm like, what?
That part.
So I
It wasn't
yeah,
giving.
okay.
It was giving quick drag.
I mean, well, there's some tea about that I'll get into. But so how do I feel about Mickey? Listen, Mickey is like, I want to say Mickey is a great person. Like, I had a lot of really good conversations with Mickey in that house, and I mean, you know how it is. Like, you guys are talking all the time, and you once you get there, I feel like everybody talks game or only personal, and then you kind of start finding the balance a little bit. And I really loved Mickey. Like, she and Rachel were my best friends in that house. So being put up by her is crazy. Being put up by her in a chance where I didn't get to defend myself is even crazier. But seeing the things that were said behind my back is like the nail in the coffin, really, in a way, because it was astounding to me. Because I mean, like, listen, like I'm not a nice person. I don't claim to be a nice person. Nice is not something people in my family aspire to, anyways. But I'm a kind person.
I don't like nice people either, but I like real people, and I can see that you're real. That's why there's only certain type of gays that I like on, and it's honest. I'm very vocal about it when it comes to Big Brother, because I like the gays that are going to be like, bitch, what's up? I'm being real with you.
I mean, you saw me tell Rachel I thought that outfit was ugly as fuck, and it was. And like,
it's true.
And I said, I don't know if it made the episode or not.
And you
I
also
don't
said
remember.
in the beginning that made me fall in love with you, what you said, and I don't know when anyone clocked it. You're like, everyone's cheering for Rachel to be here, but I don't know why we're not trying to get her out the house. And I was like, I take back what I said about Jimmy being like, is this my real hair?
Yeah.
And I love him now. And I said,
no, literally,
I love
because when Rachel walked down the stairs, everybody's cheering, and I am the only person just like, I'm like, do y'all know who this is? And I was like, y'all are cheering. She looks like she's competing. Like, you should not be cheering. She has won this game. This is her third time playing. If you know anything about the show, which I don't think half the cast did, you know that when returners come back, especially when they have multiple seasons under their belt, they know how to play this game and are playing every aspect and every angle of it. And I was like, y'all need to be shaking in your boots, not clapping and cheering. The game has started. I want her, Rachel, you walk downstairs, I'll hold the front door open and let you walk right back out, because I was not here for that. And I mean, like, I'm real. Like, I even told Rachel in the house at one point, I was like, when you first walked in, I did not want you here. I wanted you to go home. Sorry. And I mean,
she respects that.
She does. I mean, I think that's what gives an opinion validity. It's like when I told her her outfit was ugly. I'm like, Rachel, if I lie to you, I don't think it's cute, and I say it's cute, when you ask me something's cute, do you want me to lie to you, or do you want me to tell you? Like, when I ask somebody, hey, Big D, does this look cute? And you're like, no, I don't like the texturing. It looks really cheap. Okay, thank you. That's what I was looking for, because the shirt is from Amazon, and it was $3. So it's like, I like, you know what I mean? Like,
shout out to Amazon. You can buy the shirt on Amazon.
Shout out to Amazon. This is from Amazon. This is from Amazon. This was stolen from my friend who probably bought it from Amazon. So Amazon, if you're looking for a new partner, hit me up. But no, for real, that's like, I think what gives your opinion validity is the way you deliver it, how you, like, it's also like, I'm so into talking about coaching tennis because that was my lie, but like,
no, I always, please.
I always said it when you coach tennis, it's always like finding what works for that person. So it's like, some people need to be yelled at. Some people need kid gloves and need you to gingerly push them along and give them praise, right? And it's the same way with like giving opinions to people. You need to know how to do it, but if you're not honest with somebody, your opinion has no validity. So when I tell Rachel her outfit was ugly, or when I tell Mickey I didn't like X, Y, or Z, that is me being kind with you, but I show that in other ways. I think we saw this. I was Mickey's butler in the house. I was greasing Mickey's scalp. I was rubbing her feet. I was moisturizing her legs. I was ironing for her ceremonies. I ironed her shirt in the ceremony that she put me on the block.
Let me tell you something. You were a very good friend. Because let me tell you something. When I start playing in your motherfucking hair, and you being a white man playing in a black woman's hair, that tells me enough. But let me tell you what I did clock. And I crack up about, I talked about this in the podcast. I go, the fact that Mickey could not do, which some of the people that follow me were in the chat like, Big D, I can't do it. The fact that Mickey could not do a single braid told me everything I needed to know about Mickey Mouse right there and then. I said, okay, girl. But I want you to finish your statement. I know you said she's really, really nice. Like, you know, the things that you heard, you know.
Yeah. So I do want to say, like, I do love Mickey, and I was doing these things for her because that's how I show my love for somebody. Is like, let me help you out. Oh, you want me to help you with this thing? I don't know how to do it, but if you teach me, I'll do it. Or the dress she did her initial nomination ceremony in, that is like multiple panels that took me like forever to iron. But like, I do these things to be like, oh, let me help you. Let me show you I love you. That's what I do. I was waiting for Mickey to show me the way she loved me by keeping me off the block, and that just didn't happen. But I think what really shocked me again is the way Mickey's been talking about people on a personal level. And like, I want to absolutely say, I do not think Mickey is a horrible person. I don't think she's homophobic. Like, I just want to dispel any of those sorts of things. But when she does the gay ass where her and Morgan make fun of my mannerisms, or she talks about Rachel's husband and her kids, and those are the things that I just don't think are okay. Like, I'm not coming for people in, I mean, even like love Angela, but it's like last season when she was making fun of the way Lisa walked. Like, first off, I mean, sorry Lisa and Angela, but I did think that was funny, even though it might have been.
Oh baby, I thought it was hilarious. I told Angela I lived for it.
I live for it too. Sorry, Lisa. Like, I live for it, and I love you, Angela, and I live for it.
Same, and I love both of them. I met Lisa. I haven't met Angela yet, but I'm going to try to have her on the podcast. But I agree with you on that. Yeah,
so it's like those certain things. It's like, yes, there's a place for some things, but it's like we really should be focusing on game, especially leaving families out of it. Like, you can do my mannerisms all you want. I was actually more upset with her bringing up Rachel's family for some reason than I was watching my mannerisms, just because it's like, don't be talking about our families like that. Like, I don't know. When I was nominated, I was really upset. Rachel took me outside, and I know we all saw that moment, and I'm like literally crying in the backyard. I'm not crying because I'm on the block. I'm crying because I'm worried about disappointing my family or my boyfriend or the people who are at home rooting for me, that I didn't play a good enough game to prevent myself from being put up by one of my allies, and everything I thought could be true in the game isn't. And I was crying because of them. And if somebody had brought them up to me in that moment in a negative way, I would have lost my marbles, because that's just not what we're here to do. We're not here to talk about people's families negatively. We're not here to make fun of people. Like, and listen, that comes from me. I was reading people the house down in the house, but
you should. Maybe everybody, man.
But there's a way to do it. Right, but there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it that comes from a place of love and not from a place of hate and negativity. And so that's where I feel like Mickey maybe has a lesson to learn. I think the outside world is definitely going to teach her that when she gets out of the house. And I'm looking forward to having a conversation with Mickey, because unlike her, I want to have a conversation. I want to hear what was going through her mind, why these certain things happen. That house makes us crazy. Like, these are the things that I want to hear about. So do I hate Mickey? No. Am I mad at Mickey? Yes, of course I am. But I'm doing her the courtesy I wish I was given, which is, I would like you to explain yourself, because the way it looks is pretty bad. But also, like, we don't see everything, right? We don't, and like, at this point I'm a viewer now, so I don't see what goes on in that house. So I'm really interested. A lot of it does look pretty incriminating, but again, I want to talk about it. So I'm in a place where I want to have a discussion with Mickey. I feel like we bonded so well in the house that it's like, it's hard for me to just be like, I'm done with you. But am I in that place with some other people? Maybe. So it's like, I'm really excited.
Let me tell you something. I'm so proud of you, because that shows you who you are as a person. And this is why I wanted us to do this little interview where you could talk, where we could just be comfortable. There's no boundaries. And it shows like who you are as a person, and people can see that. And I definitely understand that, because, I vice versa. I was someone that, I talked about Tiffany up and down. I was like, fuck that bitch, fuck this. I don't care about her. Da, da, da. When she got on my nerves in the house, I love her to death, but she was. Yeah. She was trying to be a dictator, trying to control the game. But
hey, so was Mickey. We called her the Mictator.
Mictator, not Mictator. But I will say that is actually great. Mickey Mouse and the Mictator. I love that. But I will say that now she got 2 nicknames. But I will say that I definitely understand that, because I was given the same grace by Tiffany when she came out the house, and she was like, "No, I love Big D. I got to really get to know him. I might be upset at the things he said, but we're going to talk about it." And you and Mickey will have that same type of conversation where you can work on that. And I'm glad that you were able to give her that grace. I just always feel like us gays that are bad bitches always giving people grace. We'll read you, we'll give you grace. Now, what about Morgan? Because that was, I know you said it when you were leaving the house when you were talking to Julie, but how about Morgan? I
mean, like, I still primarily blame Morgan for my demise. I blame her for turning on me. I blame her for lying to my face. Morgan, I think, is the person who made it personal. So I kind of have more of an issue with Morgan than I do with Mickey, honestly. I know Morgan has done very well for her PR in the house at this point, turning around this week, and I love that for her. With me, Morgan has not. I mean, that's what Twitter says.
Cans for toothbrushes and shit.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. Morgan, I have an extra toothbrush. I'll give it to you. Morgan, in case you forgot, near the condom box I opened, there is a pack of new toothbrushes.
Ah, bitch, that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. Listen, casting to great with you, aka Jesse, and the rest of them,
love
and
Jesse.
Andy and the rest
and
of
Christian
them.
and Andy, all of them.
Yes, they did fucking great with you because I love a good bitch who's like, you probably watch Bad Girls Club, you probably watch Drag Queens, you probably watch all the reality shows, and the fact that you opened the damn condom box and took a condom out and left them motherfuckers trying to question, I live for that.
I did that like moments before the live show too, because so when I was nominated, I was told by Zach, Morgan, and Vince in different one-on-ones that they had expected fireworks, but they all used the same quote, "We expected fireworks." And so I knew they were plotting against me because Vince said, we expected fireworks. Zach at one point was like, "We expected fireworks." I'm like, okay, well, who is we? Because y'all keep bringing this up a lot, and the three people who brought it up are the ones I clocked, and that was Morgan, Vince, and Zach. So instead of giving them fireworks before I left, I went around planting seeds. I told Vince he couldn't trust Zach and Morgan. I told everybody they couldn't trust Morgan. I even painted the picture, and I still think this is good gameplay, but I painted the picture for Rachel and Ashley. Listen, you can still work with Mickey. If you cut Morgan off from Mickey and send her home, you can work with Mickey and pull her into your numbers, especially with the likes of Ava and Will. Obviously, you'll have to cut her eventually, but if you get Morgan out of this house, you can work with Mickey. So it's really two birds, one stone in that way if you target Morgan over Mickey. And I wanted the whole house to be targeting Morgan, so I planted those seeds. And then right before we started live show, everybody's in the living room. I run off to I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom, but I go to the storage room. And then I go to the storage room and I do the little thing with the condom and do whatever, and then like finish getting ready for live show and because there were blooming showmances in the house, there were a lot of things going on. I was like, let's give him another mystery to solve at Hotel Mystere. Like, let's just do it.
That.
Like, the clues are right under your nose, as they say. So
yeah, because this hotel was not giving America's Horror Story at all that we needed it to be. Okay, it was not giving 1408 either.
Where's the Countess? I'm waiting for her to come out of room 1313. Which
Okay,
I found out like moments before I was evicted that means BB, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, wow, they're all 1313, and Kelly looks at me of all people and goes,
you just taught me something I didn't even know, and that's telling
she goes, 1313 is BB, and I'm like, oh well, shit. I hope it's not a puzzle because you're gonna kick my ass. Like I didn't.
That part. Now, Jimmy, you have watched a lot of stuff. I don't want to hold you too much, because I know I took up a lot of your time. Is there anything that you feel like you want to talk about or address? That is bothering you, or maybe you haven't talked about, or things you want to clear up? Because I always like to try to give people an outlet to speak, their mind, and you're safe here over in the Heavy Crown Network. We don't say whatever the fuck we want over here, but just would love to hear your thoughts or anything.
Yeah, I'll do a lightning round. Fans, leave me alone about Amy. She was not a number for me. Yeah, ready to go. Fundamentals. I have a whole comedy set that I'm getting ready to. I can't talk about that actually, but
okay, don't worry about it. But
I'm gonna get all the house guests. I'm gonna get all the house guests. I'm excited about that.
I could do a little feature and do a little rap, okay? If you need me to.
They're gonna hate it though. They're gonna hate it. But so my rapid fire, I will say Amy was not a number for me. She was a number for me. She would have nominated me or sent me home. I feel very vindicated and do not regret sending her home. So clock that when everybody who's like, do you regret sending Amy home? No, I don't. I did it once. I do it again. Riley, I'm glad he's gone. I hope they keep him in sequester forever.
I don't think they want to keep him sequestered.
No, they do not. Mickey, I hope Mickey makes jury because I have things I want to say to her at finale, and I would prefer her to hear that from me fresh, without getting a taste of the outside world. So I have things that I'm ready to say to Mickey at finale, and I hope she responds because Mickey has said, and I quote, what did she say? I will cut people down so fiercely with my words they will want to remove themselves from my existence. Well, Mickey, go ahead. So I'm excited to see her at finale. I hope she makes jury so that we don't have to talk before finale because I do think that would be really interesting. And lastly, I'm Team Rachel. Like, Rachel's my girl. That's my homie right there. Rachel had my back in that house when nobody else did. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw the way she was fighting for me in the hallway on the way to cast her vote, like till the very last moment. And I will always, Rachel will always have a special place in my heart. She was like my mom in that game, and she will always be getting a Mother's Day gift from me.
Your eviction is now down in history.
No.
And that's what I was also saying the other night. Where was Julie with the Riley, okay, getting people out the house? I need her to, like, she rushed everybody else and try to correct. I need her to keep that same energy.
I don't know why these house guests though don't remember that y'all need to get out of that house. Like I don't know why. Like they did it for Amy. They said, Amy, we need you on the stage now. Like y'all, this is a live show. Like why are we? Listen, you're on the block. I said everything I needed to say to people before the live show happened. Because when I left, I knew I was not getting many votes. I was on the block. I'm hugging the people who voted to keep me. I'm throwing some sunglasses, and I'm leaving. That's all. What do you want me to say? Like, see you later. Like, I'll see plenty of you before jury. So, talk to Zach when he, less than a week. Whatever. Well, I don't just say bye to you guys.
I know. It's not like they're dying. You're going to see them again. But I will tell you this. Jimmy, this was amazing.
This is so much fun.
I love when I can really see somebody through who they are. Yeah. And, I feel that way about, like, Leah and, like, Tucker and you.
Love Leah.
I feel like I'm going to love Ashley, too, because she's going to remind me of Hannah.
I love Ashley.
We call Ashley on the podcast. We call Ashley me and Hannah mixed together because of because of me and because of Hannah how she looks.
Yeah, no, I see that. I'm getting dinner with Hannah tonight, so I will. I'll mention that. But
that's so.
I'm getting dinner tonight with the DC girls. So Dominique, Azza, Hannah, and Amira.
Mimi?
No, okay, just those four. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I love that. That's so good. Okay, good. I can't wait to see pictures and everything.
Yeah, I can't wait.
My girls, like. This is great. We're gonna be.
I'm talking to one half a cookout today, girl. Yeah.
You are at this point. Okay, you definitely are. You are bringing the dessert. Okay, we're gonna.
Hell yeah.
Bring the dessert. Now
they know for the house. I brought the cake. So.
I do want you to know me and Azza are doing a Big Brother watch party in Philly. I would love for you guys to come up. If you guys can, we're doing it September 18th in Philadelphia. Azza just texted me and was like, we need to start selling tickets. I'm like, oh God, okay, give me a second. I've been doing shit all day. But I would love for you guys, bring your family, your friends, like everybody just come up and have a good time and then I know you probably have to leave that following week to go to LA and stuff like that. But I would love to you to come up so we can hang out and link up. But I love your thoughts. Everyone, please go follow Jimmy. Jimmy, where can they follow you at, or what's next for you? 'Cause I know you can't tell me, but what's next for you?
Yeah, so you can find me at Jimmy Heagerty, Heagerty, on all platforms. My TikTok needs a lot of help because I just created her, so go follow. What's next for me? Hopefully you'll be seeing me back on your screens very soon. For now I'm digging in, and I'm doing my thing. I have a lot of fun and interesting things coming up that I can't quite talk about yet, but we will be seeing the light of day very shortly. And I hope to be giving all of our beautiful fans the content they want to see. And one of the things I really hope to have is some debriefs with some of the people who did me wrong in the house, and seeing that be brought to a public platform. Listen, I'm not the one I love to deal with things in private, but if you brought it to public first, we are hashing it out in public. So we're not going to do this chirp, 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 as I said to Keanu. Sit back down on that eviction couch where you belong. We're going to sit here and chat. So I'm excited for that to come as well.
I love that. Listen, I'm excited for all the things that you're doing. I do agree with you. I had a lot of my conversations, even if it wasn't on my own platform. I had a lot of conversations on TikTok Live, Instagram, and we can always do a TikTok Live. I'll definitely send some of my followers over to you. They would love to hear from you and stuff like that. So, Jimmy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Derek. It was so good to talk to you again.
I love you. I hope you have so much fun. I want to see you soon. I'm so jealous.
We will.
I'm like, I wish I could go with everyone tonight. But,
I
got schoolwork.
No, we'll talk about you. We'll talk about you for sure.
Oh, yeah, talk some shit about me. That damn Big D, he was, he was a mess on him.
I'm like, let me tell you what we talked about today. I should ask
you, Jimmy, what the fuck did you think about me when you saw me on my season, bitch?
On your season?
Honest. Don't lie to me.
It's not bad. I always root for the gay. So I was Derek. I was Team Derek until you got nixed. But I'm always rooting for the gay. I always even if they suck. Like Jose. I was rooting for Jose when he no offense, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like I was rooting for him too.
I would have to bring Jose too back because that would be drama too. I forgot about him. Yes,
and he can walk in and walk right out because he is a great game player.
I know.
Nobody. No, but yeah. Hey, they had multiple in that season because Pauly is bi.
You know what? He is, but I gotta wait until I test the waters. I haven't seen him do anything. And I told him, I'll be your first client. What you want to do?
You said the buffet is open. Take a taste of everything.
The buffet is open. What do you want to do? What do you like? But
listen, Polly is an icon.
Like freaky though. He's like freaky girl.
We can talk about that offline. Because I know, girl.
Okay. All right. Oh, bye, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. We'll be back with you for week 7 recap this Thursday. And I think our special guest is going to be Josh Martinez.
Ooh.
So, remember, guys, don't forget, we're having a Big Brother party in Philadelphia. Me and Ozzy, we're doing a collab. So please, it's the first Big Brother party ever in Philadelphia. And I begged Ozzy for 4 years. So I need motherfuckers to show up. And she told me, if we don't sell over a certain amount of tickets, I don't think she gonna pay me, guys.
Yep.
All right, guys. Bye. Thank you, Jimmy.
Bye. Thank you, Derek.